Overall, 2024 wasn't the worst year in the world. In fact, I think that due to many climate and socio-political events in 2024, to probably be one of the better ones. But media-wise, it wasn't the worst time. Sadly, it followed one of the best years for gaming and film we've had in a while. In comparison to Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Mario's movie and wonderful game, Wonka, Across the Spider-Verse, and Spider-Man 2, as well as Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I only played this year, I think 2024 was always going to seem lesser in comparison. That's also because a lot of shit is going down in 2025 as well. In superhero crap alone, we're getting a new Captain America, a new Fantastic Four that might not suck, a new Superman that might not suck, Thunderbolts that hopefully won't suck, the new Minecraft movie, Mission Impossible 9, new film from Bong Joon-ho, and a Ke Huy Quan action movie, because yes, I need that. Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon live action remakes, so one of them should be good. John Wick spin-off to see if the franchise can survive without Keanu 28 years later, the F1 movie, new Jurassic World, Bride of Frankenstein film, new Predator, Edgar Wright Running Man remake, the second film in the Five Nights at Freddy's quintology, Avatar 3, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and Now You See Me 3, which nobody saw coming because they didn't subtitle Now You See Me 2, now you don't. Fuck, and that's just the major films we know about for 2025. We haven't got into it proper yet and found the unexpected standout. Then gaming comes along and like a fucking crazy person just starts saying, here's a new Civilization game, Assassin's Creed in Japan minus all the Ubisoft bullshit because the company is falling apart, Obsidian finally making a good Elder Scrolls game with Avowed, The Life is Strange folks making another good story-based games, Yakuza Pirate game, new Monster Hunter, South Korean Sims, Borderlands 4, Death Stranding 2, new Doom, and then a new Dune game, Ghost of Yote, multiplayer Elden Ring, a fucking Professor Layton game, a new Anno, Fable, Captain America Black Panther crossover game by Amy Hennig, Metroid Prime 4 finally, and another Pokemon. Wait, I'm not done because there's also Metal Gear Snake Eater remake, Skate, Slay the Spire 2 and Splitgate 2, and you're thinking I'm done with S games, and then you remember South of Midnight and Subnautica 2, Expedition 33, The Alters, Mafia 4, The Outer Worlds 2, Open World Terminator game, and possibly that Bungie game Marathon, and a possible open release for Deadlock, and finally after all that we might actually see Grand Theft Auto 6 released this year. There's too much going on. I won't be able to watch and play even half of this. But when I look back at this year, what do I see? 3 different Souls-likes, 2 JRPGs, and only one game that actually made me feel something, and a partridge and a pet tree? Fuck my life. The most played game this year that actually came out this year is probably Suicide Squad or Star Wars Outlaws. Are these games good? I mean, no. They're both fine games, but neither are anywhere near recognition worthy. I'd put both Metaphor ReFantazio and Final Fantasy VII Remake Retrograde Interlude or whatever it's called above them, and I've not played either. The game I enjoyed the most out of everything I've played this year, past and current, probably Resident Evil 4 Remake. I played Astrobot over Christmas, and don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but once it goes into the serious platform mode, it kind of falls apart a little bit. It's a fun, casual time, but once the precision kicks in, it drags, and the main levels know this, so it doesn't do it, but for the harder stuff, it has to, so it gets frustrating quickly. I enjoyed Balatro as well, but sadly it didn't pass the roguelike test for me either, because once I beat it once, it hasn't regained that spark for me. I conquered it, and my brain now tells me to move on, as it does for every roguelike. Similarly, Helldivers 2 was a fun time, but the people I found on there stopped playing, and my friends don't have it, so I've not enjoyed it enough to say it's the best time I've had. Out of all the games this year, the one I truly enjoyed the most, where I felt a true sense of explorative freedom with little annoyance at the controls or puzzles, was Animal Well. I loved my time with it so much, it was the first video I made for this channel, even if it wasn't the first thing uploaded. It's got such a great style and atmosphere, and finding out I could ride the frisbee thing naturally in gameplay was amazing. If I had to give an award to a single 2024 game, it would probably be that one. As for film, I didn't see many this year. I broke my 2+ year monthly film streak because of how sad the selections were in the early year, and nothing really recovered in the late year. I really enjoyed Dune Part 2, and it was one of the only films I saw in cinemas. Technically Nosferatu is a 2024 film, so if that's good, maybe that'll be my pick for 2024. I really enjoyed that Wallace and Gromit film, actually. I take it back. Vengeance Most Foul is my film of the year. That was great. It was an odd year, a filler year in some ways, and a really important one in others. Luckily on this channel we don't measure years in silly things like major political shifts or climate events, but rather the important stuff, like films and movies. And books and TV shows as well. This year I might keep a track of every new thing I watch and read and play and stuff, so I can do a proper best of 2025 list. Make it my New Year resolution. Be a better YouTuber. I'll start promoting honey and paying homeless people to fight each other or something. That's what proper YouTubers do, right? Anyway, then we're gonna see Silk Song this year, maybe.